Sergeant Silent, airborne at the last run. It's a pleasure having you all here for the night. Hopefully you're enjoying the marathon. Coming up, we are going to have Metal Gear Solid 1. You remember it was an ongoing bidding war for David Hero versus Modicon. We have Glenn where to get those donations in. We want those. You ready? Get them in as soon as possible. Without further ado, here we go. Alright, Glenn, you and Python are good to go.
Alright, thanks Silent. I'm Glenn. This is going to be MGS1, any percent extreme, even if we get caught not doing any of the stealth, killing, all the cool stuff that we do in Metal Gear Solid speedruns. We are going to, as if we're going for Big Boss the entire run, so all Big Boss used during this run. Python, did you want to say anything before we get started?
Yeah, get ready for a broken mess. I mean,
Putting it like
yeah, that's putting it a bit lightly, but this is the PC port. For those of you who haven't seen the PC port before, you are in for one heck of a treat. But yeah, no, I think we're about ready to get started then, huh?
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Just like yesterday, if you watched Underwater Smoking's PB run, let's start off in the docks here and skip codex and cutscenes immediately by holding X. But if you notice today, we don't have a radar. Things are going to be a little more tedious for us. We can't see, so we can go further and walk and just.
Yeah, so despite the fact that we don't have radar on for the run, Glenn has practiced well enough that he knows pretty much what cycles he's looking for. Like at the beginning there, he was waiting for the guard to turn around, and he has a visual cue for a specific credit to come up on the screen so that he knows when to move. And the entire run is going to be filled with stuff like that. Like here, he's going to juggle the guard cycles a little bit by knocking on the forklift there, and this will make it easier for him to get up on the elevator once that comes down. But yeah, to kind of introduce the PC port a little bit, I'm not sure exactly how much Underwater Smoking covered last night, but yeah, the PC port was released in 2000. It has all of the hallmarks of the Integral release, which was basically a Japanese-only greatest hits kind of release, in that it has the American voice acting, it has the skippable liquid dialogue on top of Rex. Not that really would... Not that you would be easily able to tell that that's the case, because most of the... Like Glenn said, you can skip pretty much everything, including codex with the press of a button. We're out of here.
Skips.
It's their own. Will
2 out of 3. That's good. I do apologize. Mechanical keyboard, so it might get a little power. Couple segments.
So, since we're going to be skipping vast portions of this game, including one specific intentional alert, we are going to actually just take one here on the heliport to get through it quicker. And Glenn has equipped his chaff grenades, and you might have noticed that he didn't menu for it, and that is due to PC hotkeys, which was thankfully added, but also kind of breaks the game a little bit. Well, more than it already kind of is.
It's okay. Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, yeah, roughly 10.
This is a god room, I swear. Better be seeing. Which one? It's a safer strat. We're not gonna tank you.
What was that noise?
Good elevator.
Yeah, so the elevators in this game are more or less random on how quickly they make it down to whichever floor you're on. What we're looking for is basically push button get elevator levels of quickness, like lickety split. But first off, let's talk about what's going to happen here. Glenn is going to get into this vent. He's going to look up for a brief moment and then stand up. And what that is basically is that also the bid war should be closed off now. And I believe, let me just ask Sarge real quick, where are we looking?
Yep, so we did not get that last second snipe, so it looks like we will be saving Meryl this run. Glenn, I hope you're up for that matching, because everyone's watching. And the sights
I'm
under pressure.
I'm warning you guys right now. I'm gonna mash through this with the keyboard. So, you hear, it's standard mashing.
So to kind of talk about the vent glitch a little bit, basically you're adjusting what angle the plane snake is at. So basically, when you look up in first-person mode, Snake's entire model basically shifts upward a little bit, and using that, we can actually just break the boundaries of the vent and stand up on top of it and get out of bounds that way. And this is, of course, possible in both PC and console. The PC exclusive glitches won't come until another maybe 5 minutes.
Something like that.
But yeah, we do have to wait for Johnny to make his rounds, and then, well, at some point soon, Ocelot's gonna want us.
He's nice. The torture is 3 rounds of torture, and in this room, you have to do it twice.
Snake, it's showtime. Ocelot wants you.
This sucks with a...
How did you like that?
But that's okay.
Shall we go again?
So it is worth to note that after the time runs out,
Had enough yet? We're not finished yet.
all right, sorry about that. So it is worth it to note that after the time runs out, you can still mash the button a little bit to regain whatever health you're still missing, as Glenn demonstrated on that second round, and the third one there. So it is a little bit more lenient than it seems, but it's still... MGS1 has one of the harder torture mashes.
Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya?
You guys are happy with this once.
Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up!
Yep, Otacon survived, and now Meryl gets her turn. So thank you guys, all of you who have donated. we really, really appreciate it. We have met the goal for Raichu's travel expenses to Orlando, and you know, I think I can speak for him in this case, but we are all very, very appreciative of you guys and your generosity.
Yes, thank you very much. And do keep them coming. Marathon's not over.
Oh yes,
So we
absolutely.
got, the rest of the evening.
Yeah, coming up we'll have Star Fox, and then the bonus run by Tyler of MGS2 SOL European Extreme on PAL was met yesterday. So be looking forward to both of those runs coming up on deck after this run is finished. I hope everyone's excited for not only them, but this run. We can't forget Glenn.
It's showtime. Ocelot wants you.
Torture round 2. Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you once more. How did you like that?
So, what makes the torture on any percent a little bit more difficult than if it were an actual, just a casual play, is that up until now, we have already skipped a good chunk of bosses, about 5 of them. So basically, we don't get any of the benefits of that. We don't get any health up. We don't get any the ability to equip many of the weapons. And so we are literally running on the starter health for this game and going through this mesh.
Cool. That's torture.
GG.
Shut up! Oh, shut up. No, we're not okay. That hurt. So Johnny's gonna run to the bathroom, and someone we've never met in this run is gonna come save our skins. I don't know what compelled him to but, very great.
He's just a nice guy. Whoever this man is, he's just a nice guy. I'm pretty sure in an alternate universe we would have been pretty good friends.
But it's random. Not even gonna see it.
Hey, I'm here. Where? Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
Gosh. Dude, who are you?
Wait.
Anyway, we have the ketchup now. Looks a little. I just bled out. We just have that. They're sticking. He's
Yeah.
gonna freak out. Become inspect the body. Causing it. Farewell, Johnny. I also cannot forget the time bomb that Ocelot.
Oh yes, no. Ocelot always thinks he's one step ahead, but we know his tricks. So, we hope you had a very relaxing 12 and a half minutes, because that's all over now. For the next several minutes, we're going to be all action all the time. The PC port, as has been stated, and apparently understated, is broken. And this is going to be the start of that. So we're using a glitch called the God Mode exploit, or GME for short. And basically, what we're doing is we're exploiting the fact that while we're lying down with the PSG-1, during that animation, Snake has effectively no hitbox. And what this means is that if he doesn't have a hitbox, he can't be hit. And it also has some side benefits as well, as in it'll completely break loading zones. It'll, you know, it's just an all-around good thing. So there's some tank tracks there, but I don't know about you. Oh, there's a tank. Where did that come from?
Leaves a tank in the field, but if it's in the way, like some.
So
In the meantime, here we are.
here we are. In the nuke building, all of your weapons are disabled except for one, and that one weapon is the chaff grenade. And this is important because Snake actually moves faster with a weapon in his hand. So the fact that we're able to actually have a weapon, at least one weapon available to us, is a good thing. It means we are able to just speed on through and make it down to B1, where we can just traipse merrily through an office.
They seem to be getting stronger as we go. Amazing. Walk through walls. Tough guy speaking. That's not a wall. That's a suggestion.
So here is the first loading zone of use. We're going to actually go out of bounds. Just walk out the door and end up out of bounds. Because God Mode Exploit, since it removes the hitbox, it also... The hitbox is basically what causes the loading zones to load. So by removing that hitbox entirely, we just, you know, whatever. We can plop right on down and get into Com Tower A. And Com Tower A, if you're playing casually or if you're playing all bosses or on console, that is, it can be a fairly stressful time. But in this case, it's not stressful at all. It's basically just a jaunt up about 60 floors of steps.
Yeah, the worst part of this climb here are the corners.
Yeah. So
If
the
you've
PC...
seen Go ahead.
I was about to say, the PC port does not have actual analog movement. It's all digital, all 8-way, so corners can be a bit of an issue.
I try to take them as tight as it's quicker, slightly. The course of 60-some corners, it's fine.
Hey, you know, cutting 60 corners adds up to a lot, man.
It saves like a tenth of a second. Okay, you save 5-6 seconds.
Yeah.
We could do with that.
But yeah, GME just totally breaks this area wide open. There's no danger here. It's just... It's a marathon up some steps with some pretty cool music. And next up, we would be fighting the Hind after doing some rigmarole in the next tower over. First we gotta rappel down this one because we're about to... Something unfortunate is about to happen to the top of this tower. But I don't know what that is at all. Like I didn't see anything happen. Did you guys?
Saw a flashing light. That could have been anything.
That could have been anything.
Lightning's possible in a sense.
I mean, yeah.
It's terrifying.
So
Cool. Repel.
So the quickest way down on the rappel section is just to run down the girders whenever possible. It can be tricky to get on the girders to run down them. So a safe alternative to that is just to go straight down, more or less. You do want to try and mitigate as much damage as possible. but GME is your friend.
Just not hell. But everywhere else, we're good. Touch the stinger. Grab some more things here. And yeah, we don't this place.
Yeah, so turns out the Hind was also just a suggestion. We're in the snowfield now. And, you know, I don't think we want to deal with Wolf either, honestly.
Just felt like dancing instead.
Yeah, you know? So, that was the Hind and Wolf. They're both dead now. You didn't see any of it. You just trust that Snake took care of business, okay? And here again, we can use GME to break the loading zone for the camera. So the camera doesn't follow us, but none of the other collision in the room is loaded, so you can just, like, kind of just go.
Ambush, elevator.
This is the censored version, you're absolutely right.
No! Get your butt back here.
Oh, oh, oh!
Killing isn't an issue. For Big Boss, you're only allowed so many kills, but this is any... It's literal.
Yeah, for any percent PC, it's very... You can be pretty liberal on your stats, since you skip both, the guard ambush in the cells, and the 4 horsemen in the elevator in Comp B, which are both a huge drain on your stats if you're playing on console. But on PC, you can skip through all of it. Don't have to worry about any of it. Well, I mean, you can skip them on console too, but different in a different way. The 4 horsemen specifically.
Yeah. We're just gonna... Okay, I was... Oh, I know what... Just gonna skip... Oops! That just... It doesn't waste that much time, since the elevator is a timed segment. Reason to answer it.
So, we are up to Raven. Now, we've skipped pretty much literally every boss before here, but we actually do have to deal with Raven here. And, man, Raven, you really gotta work on your aim, buddy.
Buddy, you're part of the Foxhound unit, and you have a gun that belongs on a plane. You alright there, buddy? He's dead.
You've done it.
Snip.
So, we actually do have to take out Raven, because otherwise we will not be able to equip the Stinger missile launcher. And we kind of need that. We kind of need it. Just a little bit. But we'll need that to destroy Metal Gear. But first, we gotta actually activate Metal Gear, I guess. You know, some topsy-turvy, twisty plot about being manipulated into activating the big nuclear weapon or something. I don't know, man.
Attention to the lore.
Wait, there was lore? Hold on a minute.
What?
So the guard at the end of the pathway on the top level of Rex's lair can be a bit of an issue. In fact, we gotta make use of a nifty little strategy. So by equipping and unequipping a weapon, you cancel the animation of Snake running. And one nifty little thing is that the animation is, or the sound rather, is tied to the animation. So if you're never actually making a footfall, you never actually make a sound.
We need some blessings, guys, for the
Yep.
god rat.
Let's get that god rat. We must.
I'm kind of nervous because I had 3 runs in a row. We're all god. Well,
Oh,
this is a sign one way or the other.
fingers crossed, buddy. Oh, okay. Well, here's one thing that's gone well. My router hasn't been struck by lightning this run.
You know what? That's great. And we got the worst.
Oh, no!
Oh, no, no, there he is! There he is!
Oh. Get him!
You get away from that hole. You, sir, get away from that hole. You move! Good boy. He is dead!
The rat is dead. Crab
Every time he
emoji.
spawns and he doesn't move away from the vent, I get nervous because he could go back in once.
Yeah, no. The rat is a gigantic troll. But hey, now that we got the pal key back, we can go back upstairs and start doing our business.
Best. Right. Do all this a couple times.
Yeah, for as fast as PC port is, I mean, heck, we're in Rex's lair under a half an hour, even with saving Meryl. For as fast as the PC port is, we still can't skip this next bit. So we're gonna be traipsing back and forth through the Shadow Moses to cool the key and then heat the key. And that takes a little over a minute each way, just in the rooms alone. Plus however long to backtrack to those rooms.
This was one twin snakes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure a lot of us on our casual play twin snakes. If you didn't know, so you went back anyway.
Yeah, that's an oof.
Let's get to this.
So, yeah, it's a nice little break in the run, and it also allows us to restock up on like ammunition that we'll need, like stingers. We need lots of stingers. We need about what is it, 15-ish?
It's two. Out of bounds.
Whoa, Glenn, that's cheating.
Cheating.
That's cheating.
The Python. Rules. Am I within the rules as they're written?
I mean, probably. Let's be honest here.
Well, while we're waiting around for the keys, if I may.
I don't see why not.
I'd like to remind everyone, donations are still open. Please get them in. We have a couple more runs to go after this. We got Star Fox coming up, and then we got a Metal Gear Solid 2 run, Marathon's going to be going for quite a while still. We are always looking forward to these donations. We appreciate all the support that you can lend to Raichu at this time. And with that, I'll let Glenn take over again.
So yeah,
Those in. Go ahead.
Yep. Oh no, you first.
I talk about sleep.
But
Rinse, watch, repeat at this point.
yeah, basically, the only real thing of note is that we know how long, we know basically to the frame how long it takes for these keys to change colors. So we wait about 61 seconds, and that's basically the cue to get our butts out and back up to Rex's lair. But beyond that, there's not really a whole lot to say about this section. It is what it is.
What was that noise?
I guess I should mention the alert sound went off the first time out. It doesn't count. The alerts from guards are the alert. They go, "Who's that?" And then it's counted. Tally. They're still. It's like my direction. Whatever reason you direct facing it. It's weird. This room will have guards in it this time. If you just know which side it's pretty tricky. Just run in.
Yeah, incidentally, they follow the rules of traffic, and the first time you enter that room, he'll be heading up on the right side, and the second time he'll be heading down from the left side. So it's pretty easy to remember which side they'll be on.
I guess we can. Codex guy. If it does, which way will Snake facing when he stops spinning?
My answer is yes.
Alright, so this is the one time I want the turret to see me. Let's see if it's... Nope. So it's... God, past it. It's not a... It does save however long it takes you to do the God mode. It's a second.
So yeah, as before, the calls on these cargo elevators you can entirely skip by just going into a crouched GME. You literally don't have to even press a button for skipping those. Saves a very, very minor amount of time, but still. So yeah, just gotta wait 61 seconds here in the blast furnace, then head back up to Rex's lair, and then it's all action all the time for the rest of the run. It'll be great.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Right, grab some more stingers, because on extreme in this game, once you grab them, they don't respawn. So it's definitely something into this category.
So, a fun...
I'm gonna check the key at the time.
That is a great idea, yeah.
'Cause I have a bad habit of probably frames too early. And I have the room temperature key, and then just like, well, this run's dead.
Yeah, so a fun fact, if you watched the MGS1 PC run that Plywood did a couple of years ago at GDQ, then you've you've probably heard this story, but the crew who was in charge of porting this game never actually received much support from Konami themselves, so they had to kind of rip the music. So if you're wondering why it doesn't loop properly, there's your reason.
Dang it, Konami.
Dang it, Konami.
Look at them. God mode, because I don't want to risk getting shot by this turret, dying.
Yeah, that's a legitimate risk. That turret in particular.
That one in particular in this game is just not very nice to
No.
console have the benefits of having hitbox from God mode, so they have to risk getting shot by that turret every single time.
Yeah.
Lucky for them, you're allowed one ration. If you've used it already,
Yeah, that's a rip and a noof.
risk you gotta do.
The things we do for speed.
Right. Back. Alright, panels. Finally. Get that in.
The backtrack is dead. Crab emoji. So yeah, once Glenn inputs the final PAL key, what's going to happen is he's going to pretty much immediately be ejected into the boss fight with Metal Gear Rex. We're not going to have any trouble with that because while you can't use the sniper rifle with GME active, you certainly can use it with the Stinger active. So it's pretty nifty.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, what a way to lose, big boss. I didn't die though.
oof. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, man. That's real unfortunate, dude.
Control sticks are touchy.
Well, regardless, it's been a very, very good run, so
I'm gonna let Liquid ask us a question.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses?
I love that little gesture of his too.
Right? I for one love Liquid's sunglasses.
Oh yeah, no, they're very stylish. So here's Metal Gear Rex, a fight in which we're just going to stand here and blink away at his radome. And then once his radome is destroyed by, I don't know, some guy who Snake apparently just can't shoot for the life of him, we'll be shooting directly into the cockpit, using much the same strategy.
Understood. What's stuck is Snake. Whipping out the sniper.
Neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying
You know,
shadow
I don't know.
but soon
All I know is it's no good. I can't do it.
Are you sure that's where I am? 'Cause,
Yeah. I think the guy in the cockpit there has had better days. Just, he can't seem to hit much.
One missile to spare, despite the misses. All right. I'm gonna take the headphone off so I can
If you
focus.
win, you
when I
might still
explain
be
the
able to say
infinite.
Sure can. All right, so once Liquid is done talking at us here, the fight's going to start at about 2 minutes and 30 seconds on that timer up on the corner there. And what's going to happen is Glenn is going to he's going to start by assumably flipping Liquid into the corner, and then he's going to initiate what we call the Liquid Infinite. Now, the Liquid Infinite is a very, very touchy rhythm that you have to hit in order to keep him locked down. And we have resources in the community to help you figure this out, but with enough practice, you could just kind of bust it out like our champion Glenn here. Oh. This is spooky.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I don't know what to do. Oh, well. Redo!
It's fine. It's totally fine. So the thing about the Liquid Infinite is that it's very touch and go, and it is very easy to drop. So it does take a lot of practice to make sure you got it. Oh.
Snake. Let's get the hell out.
Get off. Get off my Metal Gear.
Get
So
off
there we go.
my metal lawn.
I'll drive. Damn, a surveillance camera.
So this begins the escape sequence. It's real simple.
Damn.
We're going to try not to kill too many people without the aid of explosive barrels.
All right, keys.
Past that, we're going to have another boss fight against Liquid Snake. I mean, hold on. We don't actually know who he is. We're just going to have a boss fight against him. He's going to be chasing us in a truck. So yeah, he's gonna be in a Jeep following us, and it's gonna be our objective to shoot him a whole lot. Because he has an invincible health bar. Yeah, that works. An invisible health bar.
Right.
Uh-oh, Snake. Oh, okay, Snake, let's go.
I feel bored.
I feel sleep.
We're not out of the woods yet.
So yeah, there are visual cues to know where to shoot on this section.
We'll never make it.
Um,
Snake, clear a path.
Really, the main objective is to not get hit too much, just to make sure you've got a buffer for when you're actually in the last phase with the man in the Jeep.
You did it, Snake.
Last second.
Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet.
Oh, I guess it is Liquid.
Oh, fair enough. You know, it was just a lucky guess, really.
Well, I mean, he's not exactly a solid. He's kind of flopping on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
The game doesn't program fall damage anyway.
Yeah, no. So like I said, this fight operates on an invisible health bar, and it's your job to progress through the phases by depleting this health bar. What we're going to try and do is what we call transition shots, which means every time the phase swaps over, we're trying to get a shot in real quick to do a little bit of extra damage. Couldn't quite get one there, but that's all right. Oh, I'm scared.
Oh! Oh man.
Oh, the nail biter. Don't do that to me, man.
Alright, sorry, the time's coming up on the score here in a couple seconds.
You mustn't.
And time. 44:05. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That was
Uh,
that was a good run, man.
Oh.
Congrats.
Ah.
I accidentally had a little slip up on the timer, so it shows 44:03, but 44:05 makes sense. I apologize for that, Glenn.
It happened.
GG. Congrats on finishing the run. Shame on
Thank you.
that alert, though.
Yeah. Well, we died to this. It's
You did liquid first try. Don't worry about it.
oh right.
So during escape, we did get a $5 donation from Lurking Sora saying, "Have you seen Merle?" Thank you, Lurking Sora, for that donation. Anything you would like to add to this, Glenn? Or Python?
Yeah, I just want to give Plywood some shout outs for putting down basically the base route that I was learning this game and for him teaching me this game way back when. And shout outs to Trom. If he's here, we miss you, buddy. He improved the route a lot that uses some of the strats that we use today. Otherwise, that's it for me.
Shout outs to Trom. Wherever you are, Trom, we wish you the best. All right. Python, you got anything? Otherwise, we're gonna move it over.
Yeah, no, Glenn's got it covered. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
All right. Thank you, everyone. You guys have a great day, Glenn and Python, and we'll be moving over to intermission for the next run prep. See you there. It'll be Star Fox.